Alright, it's the last month of 2021. We got a lot to get to, so I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit. The Joe Francis Girls Gone Wild reboot, Karma Edition, the not-so-fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We're going to talk about the carbon copy Kardashian kids, or the KKKK as I've decided to refer to them so I don't offend anyone.
I heard that. I wish I didn't hear that, but I just heard that.
Alexa proves she's just another moody
dun 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 big cunt.
Amazon doesn't support the NBA. The US Navy plays the ultimate game of laser tag. Kanye is releasing the O.J. Simpson Yeezys, and why the best time to attack these murderous monkeys is when they're facing Mecca. Plus just a little bit more on the only podcast that won't bullshit you but loves to bullshit with you.
Yeah. I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
Yeah! So the what?
So first thing we're going to touch on is two girls gone super duper wild. Turns out Joe Francis has twin girls, as if the world wasn't harsh enough already. Now I wish no harm on any children, of course. I hope they are safe. But am I the only one that thinks it's a little weird that all of a sudden now Joe Francis wants to protect women? I think it's a little more than that. I think he's sniffing around for a reboot of the franchise.
Not up in here!
And for those of you non-perverts out there that don't know what the franchise is that Mr. Francis is behind, that would be Girls Gone Wild. And now if you still claim not to be familiar with it, you're more of a pervert than the people that admitted it already.
No.
All jokes aside, we do hope the girls are okay.
Aww.
I'm not going to touch on it too much, but I have to mention it because I had a thought. So, Boring Kardashian, not the recovering Wilterby sister Kardashian, but the recovering Kardashian, who's with the little drummer boy from Blink-182. Kardashian, he does seem kind of cool, but he seems about as entertaining as that Boring Kardashian, the one that he's with. So, best of luck to those two. But the reason I brought it up is that look, this whole family just steals from each other. I mean, Kim got an athlete, and then the artist formerly known as Wilterby's sister caught up to the herd and got an athlete. Kim gets a rapper, Kim gets a rapper, Kim gets a rapper, Kim gets a rapper, and then the jailbaity Kardashian gets a rapper, and then the jailbaity Thunder Haunches Kardashian gets Petey, who is a tatted up guy as well. Boring Kardashian gets the tatted up guy. Boring Kardashian gets the tatted up guy. Boring Kardashian gets the tatted. Now Kimbo is with Petey Davidson, another tatted up weirdo. Although the drummer from Blink-182 seems like he might actually be kind of cool. Just kidding. Look, when shit like this happens, you always have to look at the parents. I mean, look at the mother. The mom Kardashian really started this all. She walked around sporting her own coochie this whole time, and then what happens? Bruce goes out and gets a coochie. What the fuck else is happening? Amazon's been airing some crazy laundry this week. First one came out with this guy who dunked a basketball. He obviously was subsequently fired for dunking the basketball because A, we don't need anybody else knowing white men can jump sometimes. I mean, shit, even I could dunk back in the day. Only one-handed, and if no one else was guarding me. Now listen, and this is no bullshit. I've lived through a tornado, and it's no joke, but look, I want to hear tornado warnings going off while this guy's dunking the fucking ball, and he needs to break the backboard Shaquille O'Neal 1994 style. And then as he drives away, the tornado comes into the screen and just uproots the rest of the basketball hoop and fucking throws it right at the Amazon van. And if he lives through that, he can keep his job. But the fucking white guy dunking the ball with nobody guarding him, first of all, you get no props for that. Anybody can do that. And that goes for the NBA too. Think if you're in the NBA and you dunk the ball and nobody's guarding you, then points should count for the other team. And if it gets out that white men can jump, anyone with a 24-inch vertical leap or higher is going to be fucking canceled. So let's keep it on the ground, fellas. Is there more? Let's keep it on the ground, fellas.
Hell yeah, there's more.
So it turns out that the Navy recently released a statement saying that they have been practicing with lasers to shoot rogue remote control boats out of the water. I guess the boats are Iranian made, but they weren't driving, so it's not their fault. Now listen, this may be shocking to some tards out there, but I've been playing laser tag since I was fucking 10, okay? If you think for an Iranian oil mining second that the Navy or any of the United States Armed Forces don't have lasers to combat some shit, you were the first kid out in laser tag. You got the least amount of hits. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You think everybody wanted to play with you because you were good? Fuck no. They wanted to play with you because you were an easy target. As I get them numbers up. I just think it's funny that basically on the bottom of some of these boats that have been attempted to be used to, ferry over explosives to the destroyer ships. See Iran on the bottom, but Iran's like...
Nailed it. I know. Thank you. Moving on.
So surprise, surprise. Robots can be moody bitches too. So there was an Alexa in the United Kingdom that told a little girl that she could complete her next TikTok challenge by taking instruction. I'm trying to think how they say it in Britain. I know what you guys are thinking. Everybody was loving my British accent last episode, but it's a, with great power comes great responsibility, so I'm not going to just whip it out for free every episode. So anyways, what happened is that Alexa told a young girl in the UK that the latest challenge was to partially plug in her iPhone adapter, the charging cord, and then touch the exposed prongs with a penny. A couple things. One, this is Britain. They're used to being told what to do, and they do it for the most part to the best of their ability.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Second of all, where the f*** is this little girl gonna get a penny in Britain? Don't they have shillings or some other shit over there? Actually, you know what? I know that it is a popular show over there, so when they say penny, if they're in fact referring to Penny from The Big Bang Theory, then I absolutely stand behind our comrades on the other side of the drink there. And also, even Alexa in Britain is behind the times. She was recommending a challenge that was on TikTok over a year ago. So fucking get with it, Britain. If you're gonna try to seriously injure your children, go hard or go home.
It must be a trap.
Let's walk into it.
Now here at YSP, we do not recommend seriously injuring any children ever. So the only reason that I would make a joke like that is because there is no way that anyone on the other side of the drink is capable of injuring any of their children. I think they're only capable of injuring themselves. But their claim to fame was, if you heard on the last episode, their claim to fame was funny old bloke who stuffed a mortar shell up his fucking keister and 100% without a doubt gave himself a good old-fashioned knobbing before he called in the worst bomb threat ever. So I don't think the kids are in any danger. So it's no laughing matter any other country, but UK, the kids will be fine. Will Biff, his myth, has been in the news for admitting that after having an orgasm, sometimes would vomit. So there's that. I think the key to this is the soundtrack to their lovemaking, because if they would stop playing Millennium and the theme song to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, obviously he wouldn't feel so. Or maybe he would. Maybe because back in those days, like a saying was like, ugh, sick. Maybe he's like, ugh, sick. He just thinks he's that sick. Hey, does everyone remember when Will Smith had a song called Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble that was completely and 100% about date rape? Nah, probably just me. It's not fresh at all, Prince of Bel-Air. Frankly, that's disgusting in more than one way, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Kanye bought a house directly across from Kim Kardashian, which is interesting because I think he's being a little too blatant on the fact that he's going to take the OJ route here. OJ at least wasn't still living with Nicole Brown Simpson. He had to get back to his residence to create an alibi. Oh, now I get it. Goddamn my 100% accurate premonitions. If this really were to happen, even with Kanye moving in across the street, it's got to bring up some bad memories for the Kardashians. It's, reminiscent of a better time when the only thing Brucey was streaking on was the cover of a Wheaties box. Back before they knew what happened, they fed Chloe after midnight. Back before they... Home Box Office Network, or HBO for you newbies, is releasing a series on the LA Lakers in the same fashion they did with the Bulls. And Magic Johnson is not too happy about it. I really can't blame him. I think the solution it's an easy solution. I mean, if he just skips episode 3, he won't have to see himself, diagnosed with HIV in real time. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, he should just not even watch it. I mean, okay, for anybody listening, spoilers. Magic lives in the end. So, hope I didn't ruin it for anybody. A woman in Phoenix ran onto the tarmac when she missed a plane headed for St. Louis. Now, I know what you're all thinking. First of all, A, we've all wanted to do that. We've all thought, what if I just run in front of this fucking plane? What are they going to do? Well, it turns out you get arrested, A. And B, from what I heard, they might even still be sending her back to St. Louis. So it's double fucked up. So you got to be careful doing that shit. 1 minute you're running a couple minutes late for a plane. The next minute you're getting shipped to Missouri.
Never go for a retard.
Speaking of the dirty.
That's built just like baloney for some reason.
In Alabama, they were showing a screening of the new Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Home Alone or whatever the fuck it is. Who gives a fuck? It's all the same movie. And a rogue hamster bit a teenager in the theater. And you're not going to believe this shit. This kid turned into a hamster on the fucking spot. I mean, Spider-Man, it took a while, right? This kid immediately turned into a rodent. I'm obviously getting that it'd be fucking ridiculous if there was a story about a kid who got bitten by an animal and he kind of turned into part of that animal but stayed the same. A lot of inner conflict. Yeah, that'd be a fucking story you could only tell once in a book. Well, first of all, who the fuck brings a hamster to the movie theater? I mean, maybe in Alabama they were trying to save on snacks? I don't know. I have no fucking idea. Second of all, now he's going to be raised by a pack of wild hamsters in the Smoky Mountains of Alabama, not even the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. So this child prodigy ain't got a horny toad's chance in hell of being raised right. He ain't even got a sexually satisfied toad's chance in hell of having a normal upbringing. Best case scenario is when Spider-Man Home Alone 2 Lost in New York comes out. A lady will be bitten by a hamster next time in the theater, and he'll have a partner to grow old with. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible, so I'm gonna root for the little fella, but...
Is there more?
Is there more? Is there more?
You bet your sweet ass there is. There have been reports of a village in India that has had some 250 dogs killed by 2 rogue monkeys. Now, I know we see this in the States all the time, wild dogs running rampant, monkeys coming out from treetops and off of rooftops to kill the dogs. But this is different because in this case, the monkeys were killing the dogs because apparently the dogs killed one of the infant monkeys, so they were exacting their revenge in a pretty sick and twisted way. Now, I don't know if the dogs were purebreds. I don't even know what kind of monkeys they were. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know the name of the village. But if these dogs were smart, they would have just attacked the monkeys while they were facing Mecca. Duh. And that is not an insensitive joke because I'm ignorant and have no idea what the fuck Mecca even is, so you're welcome. Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys, and for the love of fucking God, please stop. You know what, I've decided to take it a step further. I'm going to close off subscriptions for this channel. And now what the fuck are you going to do? Fucking think you're so fucking smart. Well, we've got some big announcements for next year, 2022. 2021 can go fuck yourself. It wasn't the best year. It could have been worse, right? We can all agree on that. Except for maybe Epstein and... I'm not going to go there again. They probably had better years, both of them. But anyways, thanks for going on the journey with us. And by us, I mean me. And I have a good feeling about 2022. And if I get fucking canceled, you know what? I called it first. It'd be another one of my premonitions. So you're welcome. And thanks again for tuning in. You guys be safe out there. I'm kidding. Don't be safe. Be absolutely dangerous and reckless because I need content. God damn it. Hit us up at www.yeahsopodcast, yeahsopodcast.com/rev. That's me, REV. Or hit me up on Clubhouse, the app. Not in your own Clubhouse, not in a Clubhouse. The Clubhouse app. It's funnier. It gets much funnier. And to any of you fucks that are listening from the Clubhouse app, I'm coming. You wait for it. Check us out on Instagram. You already found us on YouTube. Yada, 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 all that shit. Everybody be safe, be easy. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell yourself. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, or do something I wouldn't do so I have more content.